we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way because she has.
What if one player's spotlight could ignite a firestorm across an entire league? Caitlin Clark's name is everywhere, and with the Indiana Fever set to dominate the 2025 WNBA season with a staggering 41 nationally televised games, the debate's raging hotter than ever. Some call it favoritism, others see it as a game changer, but when WNBA legend Lisa Leslie stepped into the fray with a take so clear it stunned everyone, the conversation flipped upside down. Stick around because this isn't just about TV schedules, it's about a rookie rewriting the rules and a pioneer showing us why it matters.
Did an interview with USA Today, and I wanted to jump on really quickly and share that in case you missed it, and also share my perspective because it's so noteworthy how Lisa Leslie responds to the news that the Indiana Fever.
Let's start with the number that broke the internet. The Indiana Fever, led by Caitlin Clark, will hit national TV or streaming platforms for 41 of their 44 regular season games in 2025. That's not just a record, it's a landslide. No team in WNBA history has ever come close. The defending champs, the New York Liberty, landed 32 slots. The Las Vegas Aces with MVP Aja Wilson got 33. But 41, that's a whole different beast. It's the kind of exposure that turns heads and sparks fights, and it's all tied to one name. So how did we get here?
Caitlin Clark making waves without winning a championship, despite getting very close. If UConn doesn't take it this year, it feels like, Paige is going to be in that same boat. So I'm curious if you think winning an NCAA championship is needed for that eventual GOAT conversation, greatest of all time status.
Caitlin Clark didn't just walk into the WNBA, she crashed through the door. Her rookie season in 2024 was a whirlwind. She smashed records left and right, 337 assists, the most ever in a single season, and 122 three-pointers to lead the league. The Fever went from a 1-8 start to the playoffs, their first trip since 2016. Arenas sold out. Teams like the Dallas Wings had to move games to bigger venues just to handle the crowds. The 14 most watched games of the year all featured Clark. Love her or hate her, she's a walking highlight reel, and the numbers prove she's must-see TV, but not everyone's cheering.
Marketing, and we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see. She's had a huge effect, called the Caitlin Clark effect. Yes, have we ever had teams have to get into larger arenas to play against a team? No, we have not. So if we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way because she has more television games? I think we have to understand that when one player eats, we all eat. And as we all get more opportunities, it just opens it up for everyone else. And I think Caitlin has said that even herself in certain interviews.
The backlash hit fast and hard. Social media lit up with fans and even players calling out the Fever's TV takeover. Minnesota Lynx star Nafisa Collier didn't hold back. She said it's crazy the defending champs got less airtime. Some posts on X went darker, claiming Clark's 41 games only happened cause she's white, stirring up a racial angle that's impossible to ignore. Critics argue it's unfair that the league's banking too much on one player while others get sidelined. The Fever's schedule became a lightning rod and the noise was deafening, but then a voice cut through it all.
And I love that. I love that she's not the player who's like, it's all about her. It's not. She's giving love and homage to those of us that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates, and she doesn't have to do that. So I just don't, again, I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this game just as a lot of other players have. But it is what it is. And I think that we are all benefiting from.
Enter Lisa Leslie, 4-time Olympic gold medalist, 2-time WNBA champ, and a founding superstar of the league. When USA Today asked her about the controversy, she didn't dodge or deflect. She delivered a line that's still echoing. When one player eats, we all eat. No jealousy, no shade, just pure clarity. Leslie flipped the script, arguing Clark's spotlight isn't a threat, it's a gift. It's all about money and marketing, she said, and we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. It's a take so bold it demands a closer look, and what she said next only deepens the story.
was National Player of the Year. I won all of the individual awards, but sometimes, you know, it's very hard to win a national championship, regardless of how much people talk about it. Like, oh, you have to have it. It is one of the hardest things to do in a tournament where you have so many games and you're trying to get there. So yeah, shout out to all of the players who were able to win national championships, but it doesn't make a player who didn't win a national championship any less of an amazing individual player and the possibility to be in the talks of being.
Leslie's not just any voice. She's a pioneer who lived the WNBA's gritty early days. Back then, games barely made TV, arenas sat half empty, players fought for scraps of coverage while working second jobs. Leslie dominated, racking up MVPs and titles, but the league itself was a hustle to survive. Now, she's watching teams upgrade to massive venues just to fit Clark's crowds. Have we ever had to get into larger arenas to play against a team? She asked. No, we have not. For her, this isn't favoritism. It's progress she never dreamed of, and that's where her perspective starts to shift everything. What really sets Leslie apart is how she sees Clark beyond the hype. I love that she's not the player who makes it all about her, she said. Clark's out there trash talking, dishing assists, and lifting her teammates, think Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, while giving props to the legends before her. Leslie's a fan, admitting she missed watching Clark during the offseason. She's a competitor. She's exciting to watch, she added. It's not just marketing fluff. Leslie's breaking down Clark's game like a hoops purist, and it's a side of the story the critics often skip, but there's more to this than one player's shine. Here's the real kicker. Leslie's betting on a ripple effect. More eyeballs mean more revenue. More revenue means bigger contracts, better facilities, and a stronger league for everyone. It just opens it up for everyone else, she said. Think about it. Clark's fever-fueled 2024 season saw ticket sales spike 265%, jersey sales jump over 1,000%, and viewership shatter records. Leslie's not blind. She knows Clark's a catalyst, but she's quick to shout out Aja Wilson and Brianna Stewart too. For her, this isn't a zero-sum game. It's a rising tide, and what happens next could change the WNBA forever. Now, let's stir the pot with some speculation. Clark's already got Rookie of the Year and a first-team All-WNBA nod, but no title yet. Rumors swirl about her GOAT potential. Does she need a championship to sit with the greats? Leslie's take is telling. It's hard to win a national championship. It doesn't make a player any less amazing. She's been there. Loaded with individual awards, but no college ring. With Clark's Fever hosting the 2025 All-Star Game, and her star still climbing, the chatter's only getting louder. Could she redefine greatness without a trophy? That's a question worth chewing on. The divide's stark, though. Leslie's wisdom clashes with today's louder voices. Where she sees growth, some see unfairness. It's generational. Pioneers like Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, and Cynthia Cooper fought for the league's existence, so they cheer any spotlight. Today's players, raised with more, sometimes feel the sting of comparison. Are we going to get upset about 5, 6, 10 games less on TV? Leslie asked. I don't think we should. With streaming and league pass, every game's in reach now, a luxury she never had. It's a clash of eras, and it's exposing cracks in how we view success. So where does this leave us? Caitlin Clark's 41 games aren't just a schedule, they're a turning point. Lisa Leslie's not here to argue over airtime. She's pointing to a future where one player's wave lifts the whole league. Love her or not, Clark's rewriting the WNBA's story, and Leslie's cheering it on. Will this spark lasting change or just more debates? That's for you to decide. Drop your take below, hit that like button, and subscribe if you're ready for more unfiltered hoops truth. The real game's just getting started.